Hey, YouTube, how's we doing? Everybody's doing good. This is a quick VR for Mr. Georgia Arms, who's having an on-target contest. He calls it his on-target contest. He's doing a giveaway with some red dot sights. Pretty cool. Go over and check it out. I'll put his link down there, of course, so you can go over and check it out yourself. If you're not already subscribed to him, check it out. He does a lot on gun reviews, obviously, and arms in particular. And he's made a couple of funny scenario videos with different things. But in particular with his VR as part of his contest, he wanted us to talk about gun control and the current issues that are a part of that, and where we stood or what we thought of any issues, or where we thought it could possibly go, or what we're open to. And he wanted us to open up some discussion, it sounded like. And without making this too long, because that definitely, you want to keep these VRs short to an extent. But right now, I would say what we're talking about right now is I'm definitely closed to any federal gun control in particular. The right of people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed is pretty straightforward, and that is a limit on the federal government. And they've been infringing that since the 1930s, the first Federal Firearms Act, and it's only went downhill from there. So I cannot accept any other infringement of that from their perspective. And I would oppose anything at my state level. My state constitution states something very similar. The right of people to keep and defend themselves is a right of the people to keep arms. So at our state level, it's not an option the state has either. And so we retain those rights here at the individual to defend ourselves, and that's where I would prefer to keep it. The state, and especially the way things are composed now, has no good intentions with what they're proposing. Mr. George Arms asked how we were open to mental health issues being inferred and stuff like that, and if there were good intentions behind it, or if the idea was to somehow prevent what was going on happening, it might be a possibility, something we could talk about. But their intentions are not good-hearted in nature at all. They are completely trying to deny people their use of arms, and they would use that bureaucracy or whatever they set up to deny people rights just by arbitrarily deeming them mentally incapable. I've seen proposals that have been put forward in other states or some other legislatures that were talking about being able to be declared mentally incompetent by a judge, and that's it. You lose your right to defend yourself from then on out, and that's we can't let that happen. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have problems, and a lot of these shootings are tied to mentally unstable people, but that's not to say that they should be disbarred forever from defending themselves or having that right. And I think there's a lot of issues that are being ignored as far as mental health and the way people are treated, and the drugs they are treated on in particular have caused a lot of these problems. The drugs that are involved in these things cause people, especially when they come off those drugs too fast or they stop taking them for whatever reason. I think from what I've read and understand, they cause severe disconnecting from reality situations, dream states, and other such things where they can't tell what is real and what is a dream. And that's a lot of the reason why at the end of these things they always commit suicide, because then reality hits like that. It snaps back and it really breaks. Then they're mentally done. They mentally break, and it's over for them. So I do not consider that. So you'll need to look into that some more. And if you haven't looked into it, psychotropic drug use by mental health to treat some of these things, PTSD in particular, they load up veterans on these things, and it causes a lot of ill effects. That's why suicides, I think, are at such a high rate for returning veterans. And nothing good can come of it. Prefer, if you're out there and you're using those things, try to get yourself off of them in a safe manner, but get off of them as soon as you can. And I think that would go a long way, a lot further than any type of gun control would, to preventing these things from happening. And if we had people that were willing to defend themselves, and if Americans were willing to take things and be responsible for themselves, these things would be curtailed a lot faster. Everything from the Chris Donner thing to now we had yesterday in Orange County, or that was this morning, I believe, in Orange County, a guy drives down the, carjacking people and shoots like 4 people, more than 4, but kills 4, I believe, including himself. But nobody was able to return fire or, possibly detain him or prevent him from doing what he did because nobody was armed. And people aren't taking that responsibility. And as the saying goes, an armed society is a polite society. Goes a long way. I mean, those people who are bent on doing something because they feel compelled to do so are going to find a way, but the people who are going to be victims need to find a way to defend themselves, and no form of gun control is going to help me defend, or anybody else defend, what is true to theirs and important to them. So, Mr. George Arms, hope you have a good contest. I know you said you're going to try to do another one after this, so we're looking forward to that one too. But that's how we feel. That's where we stand, I guess you'd say. I'm gonna have a lot of thoughts on this that I'd like to put into another video of my own, but hope you get some good discussion on this, and hopefully people see clearly through a lot of the haze that's been put up and the smoke screen that's out there is safety and protecting people, and it's really nothing more than control. So we're out here. Have a good contest. We'll talk to you later.